For today's episode of Best Advice, I bring you quotes from 3 people we've met throughout the years. Actor and entrepreneur Ryan Reynolds, primatologist and anthropologist Jane Goodall, and media mogul Oprah Winfrey. I can sum up their advice in 3 words: intention, honesty, and compassion. But you gotta hear it straight from them. Oprah Winfrey started in local news until she got fired. But then her career skyrocketed when she began her namesake talk show, which ran for 25 years. I can claim that I have one thing in common with Oprah: hugs. Yes, I hugged her. I met her backstage during her shoot at OWN Studios in LA. She talked to us about intention and purpose.
The number one principle that rules my life is intention. And I probably discovered that around 1989 after reading Gary Zukav's book and then bringing him on the show and talking about these multisensory ideas. Like, we are human beings who have a power beyond our 5 senses. So the principle of intention actually changed my life. It changed the way I operated my shows. I used to be a real big people pleaser and couldn't figure out what it was that caused people to always come back and were always using me and why I always felt like a doormat. It's because my intention was to please. I now don't do anything without thinking about what is the real reason, what is my intention, because I do know the law says that intention is at one with cause and effect. So you are not going to be able to create the cause without the intention, and that the intention is what's going to fuel the effect. So what's going to actually show up is what you consciously and subconsciously intended. So I think long and hard before I do something, because I know that's the way the law works. It's not woo-woo new age stuff, it's physics.
Ryan Reynolds is one of the highest grossing film actors of all time. He also has his own production company, a digital marketing agency, and even owns a Welsh football club. His advice is simple, but very effective.
I think one of the best sort of pieces of advice I ever got was just don't ever be afraid to say I don't know. It's the greatest tool in the toolkit. It's everything great you learn comes from mistakes you made or failures. Now, very little comes from kicking ass. So it's in terms of lessons. I think it's sort of fun to think of every kind of opportunity, every kind of forum that hosts advertising to be a sort of a mini Super Bowl or a mini Annie or anything like that. I think that's pretty exciting.
In 1960, a 26-year-old Dr. Jane Goodall became one of the first people to document chimpanzees. Over the last 6 decades, she's helped raise awareness to protect them from extinction. We met her at the United Nations with Diana von Furstenberg. Jane talks about the need for connection and compassion.
I think the most important thing is for all of us to realize every single one of us makes some impact on the planet every single day. And we have a choice as to what kind of impact. So if we just think about the consequences of the little choices we make, what we eat, what we buy, what we wear, all of those things, think about how that will affect the planet. And has it caused suffering to animals or people? Has it harmed the land? These kind of questions. And that's what's going to move us towards a better world.
Now I want to hear from you. What's the best advice you've ever received? Tell me in the comments. And for more advice from the biggest names in business and entertainment, subscribe to my Best Advice newsletter on LinkedIn.